Welcome back to the podcast, episode 19, The Artist's Way. I am so excited to share with you this journey that I'm on, that I've been going on with this program. It is a 12-week program. I can't wait to get into it with you. And I am planning to keep this as an ongoing series while I go through the 12-week program because I think it's really valuable. I actually really love watching other people go through certain things, challenges, changing things up in their work and applying it to their life. So I'm excited to share this journey with you, and I can't wait to get started. I had never heard of the book The Artist's Way until I was scrolling through TikTok and it came across my feed and I was like, this is brilliant. I need to do this. This is something that I could really pour myself into. I love journaling. I love reading. I love doing courses. I love applying things to my life. And it really was fitting because I want it to feel like I'm doing work that is meaningful to my heart and close to my heart. So I'm excited because this, I feel like, is getting some gunk out of the heart and then replacing it with what God has for me going forward. So, anyhow, this is the book, The Artist's Way. I can't put this book down. I have reread week one like 3 times and I've highlighted and gone through it. And basically, what it is a 12-week program that you write out 3 morning pages every morning. It's like a brain dump. And then you take yourself out on an artist date and you do and apply tasks that she has for you every single week. And I'm just learning this program, but from what I can see, you just apply and do as many tasks as you can in the week. So far I've done 3 of the 10 tasks that have been suggested. I've done the 3 morning pages every single day. Except for one day, I took all day to do my morning pages, which I can't even believe that happened because every other day it's just flowed out of me. Like even today, it just like flowed right out. But I put on some like study music on YouTube and just listened to that while I was journaling and just letting all my thoughts get down and out and onto the paper. So, yeah, so Artist Way that's what I've learned about it so far. And it is to connect like a deeper sense of purpose to my work and passions. And really, it is to unearth, like to open up your childlike wonder, right? Like the things that you were excited about as a child, your inner child, do the things that make that inner child happy. So I was like so excited when I saw this book. So I got the book. So this is the book. And I got the journal, which is the morning pages, which we'll get into, and then also the workbook. And the workbook has a lot of space for writing, which is really good. And yeah, it's really, really cool. I really have felt the need to reconnect to my creativity and to do the work that truly lights me up. And I feel that no matter what I work on, creativity really needs to be the heart of all of it. So I'm going to be documenting this entire journey here on the podcast, as well as on my TikTok and YouTube and all those places, Facebook, all those places, because I really feel that it is wonderful to go through. It keeps me committed for starters, but also if you want to join in the journey, it may inspire you to also reconnect to your creative heart and work on something new or something that you've wanted to step into for a long time. And if you've ever done the Artist's Way book before, I have actually had friends pop up and say, hey, I actually have this book. Maybe I'll pull it off the shelf and do it with you. It's been surprising. 3 separate people have told me that they all own the Artist's Way and they're going to pull it out so that they can follow along on the journey. So if you've done this program already, I would love to hear from you and I would love to connect with you. I think it's great to share what was inspired by the program, what your wins were, what your losses were, how you felt during the journey, what came out of the journey. I'm just really enjoying the process of it all right now as I'm talking about it. So let's get into it. I want to talk to you about the morning pages. When I first started it, the first day, like I said, it just flowed right out of me and I got onto paper and I was like, whoo, that was good. You know, we're always excited when we start something new. The second day, not so much. It was a lot more difficult to get it done. Third day, I was messing around and it took me all day to get it done. Fifth day was flowy again, back to being flowy and perfect and good. I'm typically a pretty positive person and I have a positive frame of mind. Even the life stamp scripture over my life is Philippians 4:8, which is to think on what is pure, what is lovely, what is admirable, what is of good report. So I really focused most of my life on positivity, but there were some negative things that came out. And I was like, I didn't even realize that they were negative as I was writing them, which was weird, but it just like came out of my brain and went onto the paper. And when I looked back at it, because you're supposed to look back, I don't know if you're supposed to do it every single day, but or maybe that was just a task that I had to look back through the morning pages and find all the negative comments and then combat that with affirmations. And then I also did it with scripture as well. And you can follow the journey, like I said, on TikTok, YouTube, all that, because I'm doing kind of more of a detailed play by play of what's happening there. But it surprised me that I had some negative things written down. So yeah, because the morning pages, you're not even supposed to look back at them. So I was surprised that that was kind of one of the things that I was instructed to do. But maybe it was just to alert yourself to those negative thoughts as you're writing them down. I don't know. Anyhow, I'm learning it, right? And so the morning pages, I think that's my favorite part of the whole process so far. I still have yet to take myself out on an artist date, which is going to be happening this weekend. I'm excited about that. Still don't know what I'm going to do. I have a couple of ideas. One's really silly. So I don't know if I'm going to do it, but the whole point is to connect with your inner child, right? So maybe the silly one is the way to go, right? Like do something that I absolutely love to do. And it doesn't matter what anyone thinks. It doesn't matter what I think is proper to do. It's what lights me up and gets me excited to go and do by myself and to have an experience. So we'll see what that is. I'll be sharing about that as well. And so the morning pages have been a really great experience. I've really loved writing everything out and getting things out of my brain and onto paper. So the workbook is, I have to say, it's a little, I wouldn't say draining, but when I look at the paper is so much bigger. It's so much bigger a book to fill in and there's no lines. So for me personally, that kind of like stresses me out a little bit. There's no lines to write. So, but I do like it. It's recording down the tasks that I'm to do each week. And so far so good. Like there's one task I know I'm not going to do. Pretty sure I'm not going to do. I don't know why it's even in there. It's kind of negative. Like I don't know why it's in there. So not going to do that one, but I probably will do all of them outside of that. So that's the workbook and I am enjoying it. I'm just not enjoying it as much as the morning pages. And the artist date, I want to do a grown-up task. I actually want to do something grown up, right? That I don't normally do in my grown up life, but it's supposed to be something that you're inner heart, inner child wants to experience. So we'll see what that's going to be. I'm not sure. Well, that's just a little podcast today to talk about just this series that I'm going to be sharing. I think it's really valuable to go through the process and commit to something. And I'm a journaler, so it makes sense. And I love to read books, and I'm always planning what book I'm going to read next. And I love books that are specific to help me changed something in my life. So I'm excited to share this journey. If you want to get your own copy of The Artist's Way, just go to verajm.com/The Artist's Way. And if you want to get the kit, it's on sale on Amazon. You can get both the Artist's Way book and the journal. And I think it's both of them for $48 at verajm.com/kit. And they call it the kit. So you can get it there. And links will all be below this podcast as well. So I hope you have a wonderful day. And I'm excited to share this journey with you along the way.